Hello and welcome back to Pocket Rockets, and today we compare the Hot Wheels safety loader and the Tomica safety loader. So these cars have a lot of different things and they are built for different styles, but I thought it would be pretty interesting to compare the two of them together. So let's start by the front, and just to mention, Hot Wheels, this car is called the Aerolift, and this car is called the Nissan Atlas. So the Atlas is the Atlas is a truck head, so you could fit different stuff on the back, like cargo stuff or just a flatbed like this one. And this one is a fantasy casting that was, I believe, based on the Mitsubishi Fuso, and it does look quite nice. And these two are actually built with different taste, because Tomica, they go for the original manufacturer look, while Hot Wheels go for more of a aftermarket look, which I kind of like. So let's start from the front and compare the two. So these cars, it's going to be a tough job comparing them and picking out a favorite, which I'm not going to pick out a favorite because these two cars are just, they're built for different stuff. So, but we're still going to compare them. So starting from the front, we do have a fair amount of detail for both, and Tomica does win out a little more in the details because we do have the plastic headlights, which we also have for the Hot Wheels one, but underneath the plastic headlights is another plastic layer that is colored silver and orange, which is the details of the lights. And just overall, the Tomica one is better detailed, and also this bumper is a individual piece itself, so you can see it's stuck on there and not a part of the truck or the base. But for Hot Wheels, I also really like the look that the Aerolift has. Of course, the deep dished wheels really help it, and the front just looks pretty realistic as well, so I don't really have anything bad to say about it aside from the interior, which the color choice is questionable. I mean, it's chrome. So yeah, maybe Hot Wheels could just take one more measure and color paint the interiors black. But I guess I kind of understand the interior is the same piece as this outside trim part. So I kind of understand that will be money saving. But the Tomica interior just killed it. Tomica just killed the interior. Just that is so detailed. I mean, it doesn't really show. I don't know if the YouTube is going to show it, but right now I see a really detailed steering wheel and just gauges and stuff. It's just all there, so really cool. And moving on to the side, which is probably when you notice the size difference and the difference in the detail. So I'm just going to say Hot Wheels, compared to Tomica, is obviously lacking details, and that is understandable because they're Hot Wheels. And also this car costed 3 times more than the Hot Wheels version. And also, I think to mention, the Hot Wheels one rolls great. It just rolls amazing, but the Tomica one kind of is a little laggy, like it doesn't seem to want to roll. Like, so let me position them and go. Yeah, the Tomica one is just, I guess it just wants to stay in one place, which is kind of disappointing because if this one rolled well, then that will be really nice. So continuing on the side, Hot Wheels again went with the more aftermarket feeling with covering up all the details in there, but the Hot Wheels one does look a lot more sleeker and a lot tougher than the Tomica one, because Tomica is basically just a really skinny chassis, while Hot Wheels has a flat chassis, which I guess for the side, I like the Hot Wheels one a lot more, although Tomica does have a fair amount of detail in them. But for the bed, Tomica definitely did a really good job. Tomica did a really good job for the bed, so let me position them like that. So the Hot Wheels bed just okay. So the Hot Wheels bed, I guess that sometimes happens. Is it just my car that breaks, or is other Aerolifts like that? Okay, but yes, for the Hot Wheels one, it does come down with one piece, but you notice that it doesn't really hit the ground, so it could hit the ground, but it's just that little gap right there that doesn't make the bed hit the ground. And also, if I were to drive my car up this ramp, I would be killed because this really isn't practical. I mean, which kind of car needs to go on a flatbed? Well, either a broken one or a really show car-y one or race car. And no race cars are going up this. You will just scrape the hell out of your front bumpers. So, but yeah, once you get it on, I guess it's kind of cool to look at it. And also, they have these two little gaps in here, so the car doesn't really fall off. And then just get it back, and it's pretty cool. But Tomica really is a lot cooler. So push it down, and they actually took the time to add this thing here so that the car does not scrape. But once it's on there, there's nothing to prevent the car from falling. So I guess you'll just have to hold the car and the bed, so push it up. But yeah, once it's on there, the Tomica one does look a little bit awkward because the car seems to be way too big. I know Hot Wheels is not really 1/64. I mean, 1/64 cars are small. It's just a little smaller than Hot Wheels cars. But it'll be wonderful if Tomica actually made the car a little bigger. Yeah, because that just looks a little too awkward. Like, my 22B is more wide than this truck that's supposed to be carrying it. So I think for the scale, Hot Wheels has got it just right, and I really don't think Tomica has to stick to that 1/64. Maybe they could do 1/62, which they do for the main lines back there, but the limited vintage versions are just 1/64. So that's my little complaint about Tomica, and that's my little review on both of them, comparison. And which one do I like more? Well, I personally like the Hot Wheels one a little bit more than the Tomica one because it frankly rolls really nicely and also just feels really nice. I mean, I usually don't say this to Hot Wheels, but I like the Hot Wheels one a little bit more than the Tomica one, which is honestly sort of disappointing because the box of the Atlas is actually really big. So, I mean, once you open it up, and it's this really small car, but whatever. So yeah, that's my little review or comparison about these two flatbeds made by Tomica and Hot Wheels. So that's Pocket Rockets here for today. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.